Guys, I think we need to talk about Chrome Hearts. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Chrome Hearts. I love Chrome. Chrome doesn't love me. No, I mean, I've always had kind of an interesting dynamic with the brand. I have always really liked their jewelry. And even before I liked or knew what their jewelry was, I had an affinity for it. You can see I got 2 rings on here. One of them is real, one of them is fake. I got this fake one before I even knew like what Chrome was. I was just like, oh, that's a really cool design. It's $10 because it's made of the crappiest material of all time. And actually, it's really too big for me to wear, so I'm gonna just let's get rid of that. But I picked this one up in Vegas when I went 2 years ago. It's currently the only Chrome piece I have. I do aim to change that, but we'll see if I can at this point. The funds are in trouble. The funds ain't funding. But I've always kind of felt a certain way about the clothing. Like I remember seeing a pair of their like the cross patch denim going for like $20,000 on Grailed and just being like, what? What are you talking about? I've come around a little bit. I think some of the clothes pieces are cool, but I think the prices they command are insane. It's always kind of a one or the other thing with Chrome Hearts with me. Like I actually really like their glasses and would love to get a pair. I think the names are the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I do not want to be wearing a pair of glasses called the Vagillionaires, but they do look sick. Whatever, let's get into it. I'm seeing a lot of sentiment recently that people are just kind of over the brand. Just, I'm done with Chrome Hearts. Actually, this was inspired by literally a post that I saw this week that was called as much. I'm giving up on Chrome Hearts. Apparently, they've put a pause on email orders, special orders. They've done this before. I guess when they're running out of, like, they can't produce enough stuff, they just need to put a pause on orders so that they can kind of catch up. So it's not the end of the world, but I think it's just kind of, for some people, straw that broke the camel's back. For a long time, I mean, the prices have just been going up and up and up, and it's been getting ridiculous. I also think when you have a brand like Chrome Hearts, for those who don't know, they're very exclusive. They are not as mass-produced as a lot of brands, so that's a good thing. But because of that, it just adds to the exclusivity of the brand. They have stores all over, but the stores have a reputation of being very exclusionary, kind of like the staff are jerks. You know, let me not speak ill of people I have not met, because I've literally only been in one Chrome Hearts store, and it was the one where I got this, and it was a perfectly pleasant experience. I had the ring that I wanted, they had my size, the sales associate was dope, and I got in and out, and it was fair and cool and all that stuff. I just hear such horror stories about the other ones that I can't help but feel like something's going on. Even the guy who sold me this, I will not dox him, but as far as I know, he's like a fairly prominent associate there at the store I went to, and he was like, yeah, I wouldn't bother going to the other ones. Straight up, he told me not to go to the other Chrome Hearts stores. You know, a lot of them are like by appointment only. Supposedly they can have kind of like an attitude. The stores themselves are apparently quite sparse. They just don't have stuff in. So like I would feel some kind of way if I like made an appointment to go to the store and they just didn't have anything. And I think that adds to a culture of like pressuring people to buy stuff that they may not want to. Like if I went and made an appointment at a store and I went in and they had like some silver jewelry but not the exact ones I wanted, I would probably feel compelled to pick up one of those pieces just because like, when am I going to get this chance again? I don't live near a Chrome Hearts store and I made this appointment. So the thing I've always kind of heard people say is that Chrome Hearts is a celebrity brand. Like it was made for celebrities. And I think people are seeing that play out and catching on to it more and more. It's no secret that the brand has like skyrocketed in popularity over the last couple of years. So that's always kind of crappy when like a brand you love that was like a little bit more niche becomes sort of mainstream. All of a sudden you got all these people on it who jumping on the bandwagon who weren't part of it before. It doesn't feel as special anymore. And also it's driving up prices and making things feel more exclusive and hard to get. I think Chrome Hearts really, the reputation I think they have is that if you're an influencer or you're a celebrity, you get all this like special treatment from them, that they just don't care about your business if you're just a normie, which sucks. I mean, that's a crappy thing to be as a brand, I think. I get the luxury game. We all want to feel like we're a part of some exclusive club. But I think in the last couple of years, a lot of the big luxury retailers have actually seen some kind of backlash to that kind of behavior. Like the whole Hermes thing, like playing the Hermes game, and you got to buy a certain amount of stuff before your SA will take you seriously and all this. I think there's been a bit of a walk back of that, and people being like, no, I'm not going to play your stupid game. So it's weird to me that Chrome Hearts may be like moving into that more, like, oh, screw you then. I mean, it goes very well with their kind of brand ethos, right? Again, I hate those stupid hats. I'm sorry. If you like them, I get it. I just don't want to wear around a hat that says this. I think it's a little aggressive. So I saved a couple posts that I wanted to read. This one is this guy who just got this, poor guy. 1 year waiting for this, I take it, special order to come in, and it broke when I got home. Ordered this over a year ago, and the lock broke as soon as I got home. $3,800. Like, again, crap happens. I've called this out before, but like, if I ordered something from Amazon, I don't even think it would break that easily or that quickly. You know, I made a video about this, that luxury is in a terrible spot right now because the quality isn't there, but the prices just keep going up. This is a perfect example of this happening. If you're going to keep raising your prices and you're going to be a prestige brand, you got to give me a little something more than something that's going to break the first time I get it home. Especially with, like, if you're waiting for it for a year, bro, like, that's insane. What is going to keep people on the hook for that? So again, when I say I think people are like over this brand, I think they're looking to at least find some alternative. I saw one brand that is actually kind of aesthetically similar. I don't like it as much. Frick, I'm gonna forget the name. Oh, Good Art. Yeah, Good Art. The thing is, I really love the Chrome Hearts, like, black oxidized detailing. I don't know, the camera's probably not gonna pick it up because it's a jerk clip from my face. And Good Art, like, has a similar aesthetic, but it doesn't have that. Also, Good Art is like just as expensive as Chrome Hearts, so it's not a great alternative. I will say this much: the fakes that are out there, they don't look that bad. I'm not big into peddling fakes or whatever, but like at a certain point, it's almost like a stick it to the man type thing. So this is a store report. People do these all the time because, again, you need to make an appointment. You got to go in. You don't know what's there. This person did a New York City store report from this last week, or just the other day. Well, they had absolutely nothing, literally zero stuff for guys and basically no silver. They also asked for my ID at checkout, which is the first, I don't know, they thought I was sus or something. Staff was chill overall, but a meh experience. So again, that just sucked. But then again, they show him walking out with a bag. So again, that thing I was talking about, like, you'd feel compelled to buy something. Just saying. I think that sucks, man. And it's kept me away from wanting to go into the store. Like, I was literally just in New York last week. I could have hopped over there, made an appointment, whatever, but I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm wasting their time if I just come to browse or something, or feel pressure to get something I don't want to get, or show up and have there be nothing there. No silver. Okay, cool. What else you got? Well, we got gold with diamonds in it. This ring is $20,000. I'm good. Also, I hate their silicone stuff. Not good. And I'm wishy-washy on their clothes. So this brings me to my final point, which is, with all this being said, I say that I think people are over the brand, and more power to you if you are, because I'm not there yet. If I still really love the aesthetic. I think it's crappy, but you can't deny that there's something that luxury brands do that get their hooks in us, where when it becomes harder to obtain, more expensive, whatever, it just makes you want it more. And it sucks. It sucks that that's like our psychology. You have to like do a hard break on it. I mean, I say I'm not done with the brand. I'm not going out and buying it either because I don't have the funds for it right now. I'm trying to spend a lot of money. I'm buying a new car like this week, and that's gonna hurt the old bank account. But try to be responsible. But I'm just saying I haven't like sworn them off from purchasing them in the future. And it makes me, I'm like a little ashamed of that. Like, what's it going to take for me to say like, no, this is not the brand for me, if I don't respect their values, or I feel like they're like wasting my time or other customers' time. And you know, for all the people that say that they're done with it, there's a hoodie that went up this week. I was too slow. Not that I would have gotten it anyway. And within a couple hours, it was gone. So for all my bluster, oh, people are done with this brand, or what other people might say, they're not. Or there's enough people to take their place. Again, that's the thing about a brand that was formerly exclusive becoming more normie. Like, there's always going to be people to buy it as long as it has that air of exclusivity and prestige. So, I don't know, man. I just wish it wasn't so crappy. And I do think, you know, I say that, but there is a glimmer of hope. I mean, I think I talked about it a little bit, but like LVMH sales are down pretty significantly. So are Kering's, Gucci's mostly. But I think with LVMH, it was a thing of like, people have reached a breaking point. They just don't have the money. With inflation and everything, they're tapped out. And while jewelry has been, you know, that's to Chrome Heart's benefit, jewelry's been keeping up. I think there is a sign that like, you can only push customers so far. It's the same thing. It's not the same industry at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite. But like the same thing happened with fast food, where people were like, no, I'm not going to buy this crappy cheeseburger anymore for $10 or whatever. It's not worth it. You just, like, at a certain point, it literally becomes impossible for people to support it. So we'll see what happens in the future. I hope Chrome Hearts figures it out a little bit. I think the big issue for me is the store thing. Like, if I'm making an appointment at your store and going in, I should have a good experience. That's it. There's nothing luxury about having a crappy experience, right? Or them treating me like I'm a second-class citizen or whatever. That's the one thing I will say about my store experience. Like, I was with my wife and a friend at the time, and I didn't pick up on this, but they thought that it seemed like the essay kind of like I was wasting his time until it became clear that I was going to buy something, and then he was all attentive to me. Again, take that with a grain of salt, because I didn't really pick up on it, but they kind of felt that way. So anyway, what do you guys think? Do you mess with Chrome Hearts still? Does it bother you, these things that they do? And is it enough to actually deter you from shopping there? Because at the same time, those keychains are dope. Let me know. Sound off in the comments, and do please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, please leave a like, or if you haven't, please leave a like. Leave a like regardless. You know, I've been playing a lot of Death Stranding 2 lately, and I'm just thinking, like, we all need to like more often. That was weird. That was a weird segue. All I'm saying is Death Stranding 2 is good. And besides all that, have a great day. Peace.